Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut. Thank you so much for being here. This is Kathy speaking, and I'm bringing you your twin flame soulmate connection, a sacred union. Where is this connection at right now? So today's the 11th of August actually, as I'm doing the reading. So this will go from 11th Wednesday up until next Wednesday. Okay, so 11th of August of 2021, what's going on in this sacred union, in this connection? What is going on? I'm going to be laying out the cards. We'll be taking a few cards. Thank you so much for spending your precious time with me. I do hope that I'm able to give you even a little bit of clarity if possible. Let's see what's going on as I'm using the Witch's Tarot, which is one of my favorite decks, which I've used very much. Just some decks just tend to work for you, and the Witch's Tarot is one of those which I don't use very often anymore. The sun is still going through Leo, still transiting through Leo, so happy birthday. If it is your birthday, dear Leo. Okay, wishing you well. Let's see what's going on in love, as there's a lot going on in matters of the heart, especially with that new moon in Leo. That portal that is open, what's going on in this divine union, in the now, in the environment, in the hopes, your hopes, fears, your goals, the unexpected, the near future, and the distant future. Let's see, dear Spirit, what's going on? So in the now, we've got the High Priestess. In the environment, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. In your hopes and fears, we have the World card. 3 major arcana already. In the position of goals, we've got the Queen of Wands. In the position of the unexpected is the 6 of Cups. Wow. So we do have the energy of Leo here. Anyway, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, Queen of Wands. Luck is on our side concerning love, it looks like. Let's look at the near future. 2 of Cups, everyone. The 2 of Cups. And in the distant future, we've got the shadow side and the devil. Now, remember, I'm not reading reversals, so let's see what's going on. All right, we've got the Ace of Swords. We've got the King of Pentacles. We've got the Emperor. We've got the Death card. The Moon. We've got the 5 of Wands. And we've got the King of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. It's going to be a meeting. We've got the 10 of Swords. 8 of Pentacles. 9 of Cups. 6 of Pentacles. And we've got the 6 of Wands. We end with the 6 of Wands in the distant future. We've got 2 6s that we end with. Okay, what's at the bottom of the deck? And we've got the 5 of Cups. So there are regrets concerning this connection here. We do have a few people here. So let's look at the now position. We've got the High Priestess. The High Priestess can speak to secrecy, can speak to a third person. It could also speak to a spiritual connection. Illusion. Remember, that's the energy of Pisces. It looks like the illusion will be broken. The silence will be broken with that Ace of Swords. The Knight of Pentacles is someone that's sort of having, they've been in a strategic way, looking at the details, planning for the future. Remember, Knight of Pentacles, Virgo energy, which we're Venus is in Virgo right now, so it's all about doing the work and providing. But we've got someone that, this could also speak to stuck energies, right? Stuck energies concerning forward momentum. But I'm going to say that the secrecy, I feel, with that Ace of Swords will be broken, and it'll be all about the details, which Virgo season is just around the corner. So that's what we're going to be working on, the details. Remember that Virgo is grounded, it's earth, it's something that's real. The Knight of Pentacles carries that Ace of Pentacles, which it wants to go home with. So it's planning for the future. It wants something that is real, something that is worth the effort, or they want, you know, the Knight of Pentacles is a relationship that could be counted on, someone that is willing to do the work, to move forward. Okay, so we've got the Pisces Virgo axis here. All right, in the environment, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, which is an ending. It's a 10. Remember, it's the Wheel of Fate. It's the wheel turns, doesn't stop turning. And it does speak to Sagittarius. So it could speak to a physical distance concerning a King of Pentacles, who could be someone that is at a physical distance. King of Pentacles is my Taurus card. Could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but nevertheless, we've got the Knight of Pentacles and we've got the King of Pentacles. So could be that you're dealing with someone that's looking at the details, someone that could also, I mean, the Wheel of Fortune can speak to someone that is a foreigner, someone that's at a physical distance to you, changes that are going on in this earth sign's life. Slow and strategic, but things, you know, the energies are getting quicker. And this could also speak to quick communication or difficult communication, because the Knight of Swords does speak to the Aquarian energy. And remember, we've got that Aquarius full moon, the second full moon, which will be on Jupiter. So Aquarius could speak to communication through social media, could speak to someone's truth, and in relation to someone's freedom as well. I mean, this King of Pentacles could also be dealing with legalities, because Jupiter can also speak to legalities, someone's truth, someone's philosophies, an ending of a cycle, a fated cycle. Okay, and this could also speak to timing, and where timing is concerned, I mean, the ability to expand, to have a sense of optimism. I want to expand, but to expand, I've got business to deal with. I've got business that I've got to take care of. What is this business? It could speak to legalities. It could speak to communication, contracts, you know, divorce, separation. Knight of Swords is not easy. It's not an easy energy. Remember, it can also speak to someone sort of coming across as very detached. Remember that Sagittarius can also speak to freedom. Okay, and the freedom to believe, to stand in my beliefs. This is my truth, says this King of Pentacles. Right, so we've got a fair bit of, we've got some air here, which does speak to, you know, someone's perception, their thought process. But there's quick communication coming through. There's going to be some sort of a meeting where someone's going to be much more grounded, much more, you know, reserved. The other person is more taking the action. I feel it's got a lot to do with the King of Pentacles, so it could be the divine masculine. I feel that the divine feminine is more, you know, on a higher level spiritually, more inclined spiritually to this connection. I feel that there is a sense of, yes, I believe in this connection, even though there's a sense of magic with the divine feminine. I feel more sort of unconditional loving. It's more ethereal. Whereas, and I'm going to say that's the environment. Well, that's sort of coming from the past, because remember that this line here has got to do with the now, but obviously the top line would have to do more with the before. This would be more the now, right? And moving towards the future. Let's say we can see it like that as well. So there's more of a spiritual connection coming from the, there's more belief from the divine feminine than the divine masculine. The divine masculine is more grounded, more so, they're more mature. Let's say this is a divine masculine that needs security. They need to know that they will be financially secure. They've maybe, King of Pentacles could speak to someone that is a father. Remember, the King of Pentacles is the most experienced king of all. And in many ways, I would say with the Emperor here, there is a similarity in energies between these two. But for others of you, this could also be someone else in the picture. For those of you divine feminine out there that have got a choice between two, there is a sense of an ending here, right? And this is in the position of the hopes and fears. But anyway, I do feel here that with the King of Pentacles, this is someone that's quite grounded, someone that could have their own business, someone that needs security. They need to know that there's value in this connection for them, that this could be a long term. King of Pentacles wouldn't be someone that is a risk taker. But there's a lot to do with communication, perception, maybe even legalities. And I'm saying that this King of Pentacles could also be dealing with divorce. Okay, could be that they're now, sort of planning towards the future. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. After is the Queen of Pentacles that's missing from here. So it's like, this King of Pentacles feels as though they're doing everything on their own. And queens are all about knowledge. All about knowledge. So there's something concerning, a missing piece of information here concerning the divine feminine. Okay, and we can even say that the Knight of Pentacles is someone that's stuck, and they can't move forward. But the wheel comes through, which will bring the changes, which will bring a sense of optimism and a restart, okay? And the pace will sort of pick up, I feel, okay? Now, in the position of hopes and fears, we've got the World card. So someone's hoping for changes. Someone's hoping to end a major karmic cycle, a difficult chapter in their life. And remember that the World card can also speak to, all those 4 fixed signs, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius. That's the energy of this, and this is a major success, ending, right? So hoping to end a major chapter in one's life. Remember that the World card could speak to marriage. It could speak to anything concerning success, a completion, being rewarded for the hard work that someone's done. Now, of course, the World can also speak to someone that's at a physical distance from a different area of the world, okay? But this can also speak to, a huge ending of a cycle. Now, through that success, someone is taking on the position of the Emperor, whether this is that some of you are closing a cycle with someone, because 10 of Swords is here, right? This is the end. This is the darkest before the dawn. And the Emperor can also be a control freak, or someone that you've been dealing with that's been trying to control your life. Or remember that the Emperor, again, someone that's very experienced, someone that's gone through the notions of, living the experiences of life, having taken on a leadership role. Okay, and obviously, again, we're talking about a father. So that's where the similarities are. I would say that the King of Pentacles would be the minor arcana of the Emperor for me, right? The most experienced king. So in that sense, they do coincide. They're the same person. For others of you, there's just someone older or someone that you've been dealing with for, this could be a marriage that could be ending, or if this is, let's say, the same person, the King of Pentacles, your other half, or your, this divine union, it looks like the difficulties are, this is the hopes and fears. Someone is hoping that the difficult chapter has come to an end, has finished, has ended. But this is also the line of fear. Someone is fearing of, a change, fearing closing up a major cycle in their life, or just fearing the worst. Okay, because remember, this is a very dark card, fearing that the sun won't come up the next day, or fearing that they cannot come out of this ending. Remember, this does speak to a lot of pain. Ten of Swords is not easy. Now, in the position of goals, we've got the Queen of Wands, and we know she's very attractive, very magnetic, very energetic, very much about her desires. Again, she's someone who will take action, someone that's very driven. So in the position of goals, she's hoping to take action and change her life on many levels. The Death card being in the focal point, it's right in the middle of the reading. The Death card is a major transformation, like changing one's life from the foundation up. So someone's goals are to do the work, to come out of this darkness. Someone's been, in a position of doing a lot of work, working towards a new beginning. The Eight of Pentacles is the Virgo card. So as you can see, she's in the middle of the night. She's doing the work. She's doing her study. She's working towards something new. Okay, now what's unexpected is the Six of Cups, which is that soulmate connection. It's also a card of balance, nostalgia, of course, and children. And we've got the Moon card here, which the Moon card can speak to home. It can speak to the past. It can speak to someone's subconscious. The unexpected is the Moon can speak to someone's emotions as well and their fears. So we do have a few cards that do relate to fears and sort of, ready to do the work here. But also, this could speak to someone's home or someone's past or someone's mother. The Moon can speak to the mother. It could speak to someone's heritage. There is nostalgia here, which is unexpected, but the Moon card and the Nine of Cups together, the Moon card says that someone is following their intuition, okay, and moving towards maybe, and it's unknown that they'll be moving towards their wish fulfillment, because this is the unexpected position. Remember that the Six of Cups is balance. What is unexpected is that there is secrecy here and there's unknown matters, but there is a wish fulfillment which has not been expected. Someone is not expecting this. They're fearing the worst because someone's doing the work behind the scenes. Someone is moving towards their desires, okay? They're going to provide security. Remember, the Emperor is a number 4. He's all about taking charge, being in charge of a situation, providing security in love, at home, for the children. For those of you that you've been dealing with someone that has not been standing in their position, in their strength, okay, and this is Aries, Taurus. The Emperor for me could be any sign. We could even say that it could be a Scorpio. It could be, we've got the major arcana cards here. We've got Sagittarius. We've got all the 4 fixed signs here. And we've also got Scorpio is very strong as well. It could be Aquarius. Doesn't really matter. It's the energy that someone holds. So what is unexpected is a wish fulfillment here, because there's a lot of emotion. Someone is being very nostalgic. They're wanting balance. They're wanting to offer their cup, to offer their heart. Remember, the Six of Cups, it usually shows a young boy offering to that young girl. So the divine masculine is unexpectedly very nostalgic concerning the past and trusting their intuition. They're moving towards a wish fulfillment. This could be their wish fulfillment as well. Now, in the near future, we've got the Two of Cups. There is some form of an agreement here coming together. Even though with the Five of Wands, there is a fair bit of conflict and there's fear concerning coming together. Someone's fearing dealing with legalities or having, the Six of Pentacles. Yes, another six, which does speak to balance. But also this could be that someone's fearing that they're going to have to pay money out. They're fearing that they may not be, able to provide or to receive, what they're offering. I do see the Two of Cups is like an offer, right? It's like an offer. But the fear is concerning, will there be reciprocity? Will I receive what I'm giving? So there's a sense of doubt here. And this could just speak to, because the Five of Wands could also speak to fears of the external environment. And what I mean by that is other people in one's life. Remember, the Five of Wands shows five people not being on the same page. So will this relationship be okay with my environment? Will my family accept this connection? Will my children, if I've got children, accept this connection? Six of Pentacles is generosity. It is generosity. And obviously someone's fearing, will I have enough to provide for my children if I'm starting a new life of my own? Maybe for those of you that are going through divorce, you could be fearing that there won't be any fairness here, that someone could be unwavering and, not provide, a father that will not provide for their children. And I feel that there is fear around being successful. But we've got the Five of Wands and the Six of Wands here, everyone, which this could also be someone fearing that work will not, in whatever you're doing, that you won't be able to provide for your children if there is no financial support. So it's as though you're taking a risk and saying that I'm going to work really hard, okay, to be able to provide for my kids, even if, I've been left hanging. Because I do see here that there's no support. For those of you that are coming out of a divorce, I feel that there won't be financial support. And I feel that it's got to do with this Emperor. It's as though someone's left hanging. So they're willing. I feel that it's the divine feminine that's left hanging, that's going to have to provide for herself. She's going to provide for herself until there is something or someone stable that's ready to provide for her. You could see that the Queen of Wands is very, very dynamic here. And she could also be someone that's got her own business. So someone that maybe works very hard, someone that's been working very hard and not seeing the results maybe, but there's promise here that there will be recognition. There will be success. Now, we've got the, in the distant future, we've got the Devil card here, which can speak to, again, fears, a sense of being tied to the past still. The shadow side, it's called. So someone just being in their fears that they will not be able to get out of any obligations to do with the past, being stuck in the past, maybe a vicious cycle, that someone's been through. Someone is fearing that this vicious cycle may continue, but I feel that it will not, because we've got the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. I mean, the Divine Masculine is in the near future, I should say distant future, will be in a position to take action, to take, and to be in control. I mean, we know that many times there could also be fear when sometimes the Divine Masculine could have fear if they're dealing with a dynamic Divine Feminine. There is fear of, can I match? Am I good enough? So this could be matters of self-worth concerning the Divine Masculine. But I feel that there will be success here, as the Divine Masculine is going to be able to relate, to confirm, to match. I do feel that the Divine Feminine is ahead of the Divine Masculine here. So it's interesting that we've got the card of Scorpio here. Remember, the Scorpio is with the what's been going on with this Uranus and Saturn squaring. Uranus in Taurus, Saturn in Aquarius squaring. Remember that Mars has been triggering that square now in October. Actually in early November, again, we're going to be dealing with that energy where Mars again will be squaring Saturn from Scorpio and will be in opposition to Uranus in Taurus early to mid-November. I do feel that a lot will be playing out then. And even before it, I'm going to say, but it's got a lot to do with, remember that because mid-year, there was a T-square, right? Mars was in Leo, triggering Uranus in Taurus and Saturn in Aquarius. It was triggering from Leo. Well, in November, it's going to be happening from the sign of Scorpio. So I feel that that's going to have a lot to do with this connection. Remember also that that T-square mid-year was like a pressure cooker, and all the pressure was on the sign of Scorpio. So Scorpio is all about money coming through from others. It's related to sex. It's related to secrecy. It's related to mysticism, fears, the occult, and it's also related to money coming through from a partner externally. So money matters could be playing a part here. Money coming through, but also related to fears of getting intimate. We've got a few cards of fears here. And even, the devil here, and the devil can speak to toxicity. It can also speak to a very strong sexual connection. But I feel it's related to the past. But as you could see here, this is usually a very dark card, but as you could see, the light is coming through. Now, shedding light on this vicious cycle, could be a karmic cycle that is being broken down. Remember that Pluto is transiting Capricorn. Okay, and this will be playing out all the way up till 2024. Now, I don't want to scare you guys. This is something karmic that is still playing out in the near future, which you will be able to succeed and, as you could see, take action and succeed by doing the work. You've got the upper hand. We've got 7 wands here. Remember that the 7 of wands speaks to this connection, for whatever reason, is treading on the toes of certain people. It could be family, it could be money matters, it could be anything. Now we start off with the High Priestess, which can speak to a third person, right? Unconditional love, but this can also speak to, yes, spirituality. Also, the High Priestess can speak to secrecy, or that sense of, I know, I'm trusting my gut. I know that this is a divine union, right? Even though there's been secrecy, so obviously communication hasn't been good here between you and this other person. The communication has not been good. And I feel that that's why there's stuck energies. But in the now, the possibility is that this will, communication will come through. Remember that Mercury is entering a Virgo. So this is all about the details. There's going to be a lot of power where the details are concerned. And Mercury also rules Gemini, which Mercury is the ruling planet of where the North Node is. So someone's made up their mind, they've chosen, they've made a decision, I would say more than likely, to go with the changes, okay? To start moving forward, because there was stuck energy here. Changes are coming through now. Now, the King of Pentacles is someone that's there, someone that could be very dependent upon. Remember, they're in the environment, so they're in your life. Whether it's on a higher level, or on a spiritual level, they're in your environment. For some of you, this could be that physically they're not in your environment, but I feel that telepathically, intuitively, through the cerebral mind, they're in your environment, or they're wanting to move towards your environment, because this does speak to movement. Now, if this King of Pentacles is dealing with legalities, they're coming up to an ending. They're hoping to end this difficult chapter in their life. Or this could be, if this is someone's at a distance to you, they could be dealing with the red tape, cutting through, the red tape, trying to fix things to start to move forward physically. World travel, this could speak to. Okay? Now here, this does speak to an ending concerning hardships. This is in the position of hopes and fears. Someone is hoping to take charge, be in charge, control a situation, and end anything to do with the past and past grievances, pain related to the past. Remember that this turns into the Ace of Swords. So whoever is taking charge, they're bringing in the information, the truth. And remember that the Ace of Swords it's a gift. Ace of Swords is a gift from Spirit. It does speak to victory, a victory, but after an ending. The ability to move forward and to create. Remember, she's very creative. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. She's willing to go through the fire. She's willing to do anything that it takes to transform her life. She's willing to put the work. She's working on something. She's working on, remember the butterfly coming out of the cocoon. She's willing to do the work. She's working very hard. This is the Virgo season, could be. Okay, and remember that sixes are all about balance. We've got a couple of sixes, 3 sixes we've got here. And in the unexpected says that there will be an offer that's coming through. And of course, this is again, reaching out, being nostalgic. We've got the 5 of Cups, which is the general energy, which shows those 2 cups are still standing. And we've got the 6 of Cups here. We go from the 6 to the 9. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Remember also, we've got the barrier. Remember also that the moon can speak to fears. It can speak to someone's home, their heritage, the past. But it can also speak to, because when we look at the astrology of the synastry of 2 people, the moon does speak to a very deep connection. So what's going on in this divine union, please, Spirit? 11th of August. Mid-August, nevertheless. We've got summer. So there's been a barrier in summer. Now the summer card can speak to that happiness, Leo energy. But there's been a barrier, maybe even a door that was closed to communication, to truth. But let's see, because the summer card can speak to a sense of happiness. Summer is the sun. For those of you that are in the northern hemisphere, for others of you that are in the southern, this could speak to last summer or in the summer that is around the corner. Let's see what's going on. We've got stuck. So someone's happiness or someone's truth is stuck because of obligations. The stuck card does speak to that Capricorn energy for me. Someone's stuck in a rut. We've got two S's here. Summer, stuck. S seems to be fairly significant here. Why is someone stuck here? Why is someone's happiness stuck? Signs. So we've got three S's now. Someone is stuck and waiting for the signs, waiting for information, waiting for signs and synchronicities. Someone's waiting on communication so that they can forge their path forward. And we've got divine timing, everyone, which is like the wheel of fortune. So someone's stuck. They could be stuck physically. They're wanting to take another path in life here. Maybe they're following their heart, but they're stuck because of world matters. Waiting on signs, waiting on communication, waiting on a certain timing. Divine timing is the wheel of fortune. They may be waiting to close up a cycle. Could be related to legalities. Hello, Mega. Hello, Mega. Hello, my baby. Divine timing is at play here, everyone. And we've got fear. So they're fearing. There's a lot related to fears and change here. Or they're fearing that their chance for this connection will not come through. That's what I feel that fear card is all about. We've got the mask. They're fearing speaking the total truth. They're fearing being deceived. They're fearing not having the information. Hello, Mega. Mega wants to visit. He wants to say hello. He was grabbing at my dress, saying, Mummy, can I come up on the table? This is our little one. So why is this mask? They're fearing. Maybe they've been wearing a mask. Maybe they've been wearing a mask and they're fearing speaking their truth. We've got guide. So they're looking for information. Mega, you're such a sweet pea. Honey bunch. You want to sit over here? Oops, you're going to burn yourself. No, darling. No, darling. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, darling. Yeah. So what that says to me is that someone is looking for the light. They're scared to look into the light. They're scared to look into the truth or communicate their truth. Someone's looking for a way to come forward. Remember, the guide is very much like the hermit. So someone's in hiding, waiting on that divine timing, that right time. And we've got Virgo and Pisces. Someone feels like they're a victim of karma, not being able to close up a cycle, a victim of illusion or deception, or we do have very strong energies of someone being stuck, not being able to move out of this karmic chapter in their life. Whatever it is that's been holding them back. Let's take another card. And we've got devotion. So there is an offer here. This is the light that's coming through. So the light is trying to come through to bring clarity to where there was confusion, where there was victimization, and the victimization can speak to self-worth, someone feeling as though they're blocked. And the victim card, which is Pisces, again, that's Neptune. Neptune in Pisces can speak to, you know, I'm not good enough, or I've given everything I have not received. Why is life so unfair to me? Okay. You could see the devotion card. There is a lot of devotion here, but someone is still stuck and they're waiting on that wheel of fortune to change. And contemplation. Someone's thinking carefully, looking into the light, looking for guidance. There is the crossroads. And the crossroads can speak to a choice. The choice could be made within 6 to 7 weeks. Okay, this could speak to travel, separation, someone being hesitant to make a very important decision. And then we've got family. Someone obviously is, could be in a marriage here, so they're thinking twice because of family, because they're very devoted maybe to their children, but also devoted to this connection. That's why it's such a hard decision. But the crossroads will show. We've got 2 cards that show, you know, the signs. They're pointing to this way. And someone is moving towards someone, a connection maybe that feels like family. Remember that the 6 of Cups can be children, but it can also speak to a soulmate connection, right? To do with the past. 2 cards that are very, very similar. But there's a lot of fear around it. There's a lot of fear. And as I said, I do feel that the divine feminine is moving forward, ahead. She's like leading the way for the divine masculine, who's trying to catch up. And we've got karmic partner. So someone is in a karmic partnership. Okay. And there's a lot of victimization and difficulties here. Masks and toxic environments. Someone here is connected to a toxic partner, which is sort of holding them back from this divine union. That's why I feel that this card here with the death card is very, very significant. I want to take a Moonology oracle. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. So someone may be concerning, maybe it's concerning their finances. Okay. Full moon in Taurus will be happening, everyone, in the time of Scorpio, as I said. So that's going to be a very significant time. Come here, baby. You want mummy? Sit on my lap. There you go. So the full moon in Taurus, everyone, that's going to be a lunar eclipse, actually, and that's going to be on the 19th of November. A lunar eclipse, remember, a full moon is an ending, and a lunar eclipse on being in Taurus, obviously that's a fixed sign, so it's going to be a not a very easy, it's not going to be an easy eclipse. Something will be ending, something huge. Remember, fixed signs don't like change. They're not good with change. And we've got your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. And Taurus is all about value. It's self-worth. Remember, Uranus is moving through Taurus. So where there's been no value and no devotion, no Venusian energies, something needs to change and will be changing here. Yes, my darling. So let's see. I want to take a couple of cards. I want to have a look at the death card here. just for a bit of clarity, why do we have the Death card here and in the position of goals? Someone is hoping for a transformation, obviously, a new start. And we've got the High Priest, you see that? So we've got the High Priestess and the High Priest, Taurus, Scorpio. So we've got strong Scorpio and Taurus energies, strong Leo and Aquarius, I would say as well. So the High Priest, yes, is a second chance at happiness in a marriage. So obviously there will be changes concerning a marriage, two people not being on the same page, not having the same values. Let's look at this Ten of Swords, which is in, the Ten of Swords is in the position of hopes and fears. So someone is fearing that the other person will not want to take that chance, that someone will not communicate. Remember that the hopes and fears has got to do with an ending here, no doubt. And the Page of Wands is the messenger. Page of Wands is like the Fool card. Let's have a look at the, I want to have a look at the Knight of Swords. What's this information about in your environment? Quick information coming through, a severing up of ties, cutting away at the crap or difficult words or difficult communication, a fight, and legalities. And we've got the Nine of Pentacles, you see. So Nine of Pentacles is very much the Virgo energy, but also someone that wants to be alone, someone that wants to be single, someone who knows their worth and they're standing strong in their self-worth. They know their worth. And the Nine of Pentacles here, this is financially someone being quite strong. But also, again, someone coming out of divorce. But the Nine of Pentacles in this deck, she's actually pregnant. Which means whatever this information, whatever these words, this conversation, this paperwork, these legalities are about, they do, they will be, a planting of the seed. And, it's really interesting that we've got the Nine of Pentacles. King of Pentacles holds the 10th pentacle, as does the Knight of Pentacles, which is close to this High Priestess. So it's as though both people are wanting the same thing, but is there, I just dropped a card. We dropped the Page of Swords, Gemini energy, information coming through. Is there, do they have the ability to know that they both want the same thing, but in actual fact, it needs to be communicated, it needs to be fixed. Something needs fixing here, there's no doubt. And I just dropped the Sun card in my lap as well. So there is communication coming through concerning children, the ability to create, and also matters of heart. Let's see, I want to take a card on the Knight of Pentacles. We've got the Two of Pentacles, so a decision, choosing between two. Let's have a look at the Emperor. And we've got Karma. And this is judgment. Remember how I said that you're dealing with a karmic partner? It would be more than likely the Emperor. Or there is a second chance for someone. There is help coming through. Remember the eclipse I was talking about just now? And this is an eclipsed moon, right? There will be a second chance, could be around that time, before, even before that lunar eclipse in Taurus. Let's have a look at the Moon card. The Moon. And we've got the Ace of Wands. So there is growth on this wand. There's the desire to move forward, even though not all the information is here. And that's in the unexpected. There is a lot of desire. There's also an emotional bond here. What is this, the Devil card about? Actually, I'd like to look at the Five of Wands first of all. What's this nightmare about? The nightmare of moving forward, the Chariot. Can we move forward together? Will we be able to overcome any obstacles? That's the fear here. New home, needing to provide, to purchase a new home, whatever this is. I mean, the Chariot is also, this could also speak to distant travel, moving to another country. That could be another nightmare for someone here. Let's have a look at the Devil. And we've got the Six of Swords. This is very positive. Another 6. So leaving any conflict. Remember, the Six of Swords comes after that 5, which means someone is not wanting to fight. They're wanting to come into serenity. Again, being stuck to an old situation. I think that this is more of a release. The logical thing to do is to release, to let the past go, the past grievances, the fighting, whatever it is that kept them stuck. And this is like a releasing finally, having done the work and releasing anything to do with fears and believing in oneself, moving towards serenity. I mean, this is all about the mind, I would say. Very much so. And we've got the Sun at the bottom again. So we've got Leo very strong here, everyone. Let's see what the Black Moon astrology cards want to communicate here. So your dreams need a practical plan. This is like, it's as though it's saying that your dream is not practical at this time. You need to start taking practical steps towards it. What's going on in this divine union? And we've got Jupiter in abundance, and number 7. 7 is also the Chariot, right? Jupiter in abundance. So this is this card speaks to the ability to expand, to be optimistic. That Jupiter has got a lot to do with this relationship. And Jupiter, remember, is the ruling planet of Sagittarius. Sagittarius is where the South Node is, and the South Node is where we shed. Remember that Juno, the asteroid of commitment, she was there. She was always there for Jupiter. But Jupiter did not really, he did not respect her, as he had many affairs. He would always return to her, but she was very, very jealous of his other partners. And Juno, felt a sense of obligation to do the right thing, to nurture, to provide, the mother, the pillars of the home. Juno has been retrograding, which means the divine feminine has been doing the work. She's jumped over the South Node. We've had a lunar eclipse, end of May, which was when Jupiter moved into Pisces. Someone's moving towards what they wish, towards a spiritual connection, towards a divine connection. And so we had that lunar eclipse, which means we're shedding anything to do with past karma, anything that's not providing or serving its purpose anymore. It's a time of shedding, excreting, letting go of past obligations that did not work, where you provided, you nurtured, you were the empress. You've done the work. Now it's time. It's time for you to move forward and take charge. I feel that it's more about the divine feminine now taking the charge. I feel that the divine masculine, as Mars is now behind Venus in Virgo, I feel it's all about the divine masculine following. I truly do feel that. but at some point they will connect. I've been talking about this in February around Valentine's Day, because Venus will be retrograding. She will be retrograding in the sign of Capricorn. Saturn ruled Capricorn. We've got the devil here, which means any fears, a sense of victimization, being held back, not believing that this is a divine union, not wanting to see clearly that this is a spiritual connection. Someone's been wearing a mask, not truthfully being open with their heart. In the past, there was a barrier, then there was an opening, then there was another barrier with a stuck card. The signs were all there. It's all about divine timing. That's what I feel is going on. If it's not fear holding the divine masculine back, then if it's not a fear of them actually being truthful with themselves and not being scared to look into their heart and what their heart is really telling them, because there is an offer here on the table. There is devotion. And I was saying that Jupiter did ingress end of May into Pisces, which showed you something magical. Now Jupiter has gone back into Aquarius. There's business that needs to be taken care of until end of year. I do feel it's got a lot to do with the end of year. There will be abundance. Okay, we need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus, we're going to see that. A full moon again is, the sun sheds the light onto the moon. The masculine, the feminine come together. Well, they're in opposition really, but can they work together and not against each other? That's the thing. Okay, are they on the same page? Do they have the same values? Is money an obstacle here? I mean, the house of Taurus is values. It's also what I own, what I have, what is mine. And Taurus being earth. Uranus is there, remember, and Uranus is Uranus is the tower. Many tower moments concerning the values of this connection. Matters to do with the past and the future being squared, right? Saturn in Aquarius and Uranus in Taurus. Let's see. Let's take 3 Lenormand to see what's going on in this divine union. We've got the sun, we've got the heart, but there's karmic partner here. There's a karmic partner here that needs to be let go of, to be shed. Remember that it's all about Taurus and Scorpio. That's the focal point here. We've got the anchor, we've got transition, and we've got an offer here. So what this is telling me here is someone may have been in a marriage, or they were just in a relationship where they felt stable and secure, maybe even bored, I can say, because this is a grounding energy. But there's a transition here. The sun comes through here. Maybe even a commitment related to business, because the anchor can speak to someone's financial security. But we've got an offer on the table here, everyone. There is a transition. This can also speak to movement, moving house, moving to another area, moving to a new home, right? The stork is what brings the child. Mercury in Gemini. So a very important decision concerning a long-term relationship where there can be abundance. This is Jupiter in Sagittarius, right? And we've got the spiritual connection, something long-term, something related to family. Number 5. Number 5 is the High Priest. Very strong spiritual telepathic connection that its roots go very deep from a past lifetime, for sure. This could be legal papers. This could be communication, right? Again, Mercury in Gemini. And look at this. After a marriage, there can be a divorce, or after a difficult cycle, you know, a difficult cycle, not being able to break a difficult cycle, news comes through. And deep connection, I'm going to say, maybe even. Some of you may have also been married in a past lifetime. And if you weren't married, well, you played together as children. You've known each other for a long time. I mean, the moon does speak to the past, right? There's the choice again. Okay, everyone, let's take some love messages and call it a day. Let's see what the love messages are here. So let's just take these cards for a moment. We've got 17 and 8 is 25. That equals a 7 again, right? Let's pick up these cards as well so we could see the spread here. And these two cards together, I mean the two knights facing each other here, this could also speak to someone wanting to meet up, to stop this difficulty, this difficult cycle, to put an end to the darkness, to communicate. And after that cycle, there will be after that meeting, there will be a recycle where both people could be ready to do the work, moving towards a wish fulfillment, equal giving and receiving, and just balance here, right? You bring such happiness to my life, 10 of Cups, which also is a restart. It's the Ace of Cups in actuality. I prefer to be friends, Ace of Wands, 2 aces. I'm married. I'm sorry I lied to you. 5 of Swords. Remember that we've got the 6 of Swords here, so it means that someone is leaving, checking out, having a new beginning, leaving the conflict, maybe even concerning lies and deception of the past. I can't get over you. Maybe that's why there was a breakup. Someone was trapped. It was their perception, a lot to do with communication. I dreamt of you before I met you. 4 of Wands. 2, 7, 15, 19. 19, which can equal a 10, but it can also equal the heart. Remember, 19 is the sun, everyone. So yes, this does equal a 10. So 10 does equal a 1 again. So there is an ending and a restart here. 10 can also speak to the 10th month of October. 10 can speak to an ending, obviously. 10 is the Wheel of Fortune. Could be that it's time for changes. Jupiter and abundance, but with a practical plan, there's the ability to move forward as long as someone does not get stuck in their fears. There's the 10 of Cups, another 10. We've got quite a few 10s, so a lot of endings. 3 of Cups, this could speak to reconciliation. This could speak to a love triangle as well. There's the 8 of Swords, so someone feeling trapped in a perception of being trapped. If that's not an actual perception, it would speak to the red tape concerning physical travel as well. Or just feeling as though they were trapped in a situation that they could not get out of. Right? 8 of Swords and 8 of Swords. But here, I dreamt of you before I met you. The 4 of Wands. Someone wants something long-term. They want to feel stable. They want to feel safe and secure. Okay, because someone was settling in a karmic partnership, even though they felt the energy of the other person. And there was a lot of deception, a lot of unknown matters, not no communication, no truthful communication. Looks like the divine masculine needed to grow spiritually. Okay. Yeah, we've got the mirroring card, obviously, and this could speak to a lot of you that you're both on your own personal journeys, you've been going through the same situation, and you've been mirroring each other. That could be a possibility here. I just want to take 3 Sibilas, everyone. I know you can't see these cards. I do apologize about the room on my table. Let's take 3 Sibilas. So, dear Spirit, what's going on in this divine union? We've got the Ace of Swords and Dispiacere. We've got Leggerezza, 10 of Wands. So the transformation is going on. There has been a breakup here with the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords can speak to someone severing ties. Also a bittersweet victory this is, the Dispiacere. It's a double-edged sword. So either news that comes in that makes someone very happy. Someone else could be very upset with another person's happiness. But there is a transformation. There's a lightness of putting down that burden. I prefer to be friends. Obviously, someone here was not showing their true emotions. They were more friend zoning. The other person was more open and truthful with their heart. 10 of Cups. There it is. 10 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. Here they are. Constanza, something unchanging. Superbia, the door opens, a choice is made. 2 of Cups, Casa, the home, the marriage, the home, the stability. And we've got 3 of Swords. Someone's happiness is going to be someone's disappointment here with the Vedovoi is the widower. I'm going to say here that someone's going to be left out in the cold here. Okay, for some of you that someone is still standing in their fear, I'm going to say that where there's been no reciprocity, I do feel that someone is closing the door here. Someone's going to be in mourning. Now, in another situation, those of you that are leaving a narcissistic connection in the past, they're the ones that are going to be feeling that 3 of Swords. Consolante sorpresa, so unexpected possibilities coming through. Uranus, decisions being made suddenly, goodness coming through, a success coming through unexpectedly here. Someone doing something very radical after maybe the door was closed on them. And we've got the Signora, visitor, 2 of Swords. This 2 of Swords does speak to someone taking action, even though they don't have all the information. There's a choice that's being made here. So there's 5 of Swords. I do feel that someone's going to be left out in the cold here. And if this was a love triangle, someone is being left out in the cold as someone is exiting, leaving a situation with that 6 of Swords. In the distant future, someone is moving away from that 5 of Swords. We've got 5 swords. So, you know, it's not the end of the world either for this person. It's just a karmic chapter that they had to go through, obviously, where they didn't know how good they had it until the changes came through. And remember that karma can be really hard to deal with many times, but that's the way life goes. All right, everyone. So there's so much going on here, many messages. I do hope that it gave you a little bit of clarity. I do feel here that someone is at a crossroads here, and I do feel also that the divine feminine is now moving forward. She knows her worth. She knows her worth, and she's moving towards her wish fulfillment. whether the divine masculine is going to join her or not, that's going to be up to them, because I do feel that they've got matters that they're still dealing with. They will be finally taking action, but this is in the distant future. Okay. All right. I will leave it there. Thank you so much, everyone. Sending you lots of love, lots of light. Talk to you soon. Ta-da.